rock and roll.
Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris Mallard. Thank you for joining me today. It's Thursday, my favorite day, next to Friday or Saturday possibly. But it's a good day. It's not a bad day. I hope you're having a great week so far. We're going to talk about some interesting things. Hopefully we'll get some Christian calls today. Hopefully our tech gremlins won't gobble us up like they are wont to do. But with any luck and with any prayers, maybe to little baby Jesus, everything will go okay. So the lines are open. We'll, if anybody calls, I'm going to leave them open, let them kind of be there. But we'll get to that in just a minute. Ryan is here, and we're going to talk about things. We've got the show to talk about for tomorrow for Sci-Fi Friday. Passengers watched it last night. I don't know. Well, I'll get with Ryan in just a minute. And the poll is up for next week. We've got 14 votes for the sci-fi movie of next week. Go vote for that movie for next week's movie. And what'll happen is that'll close Tuesday. So whenever I come back on Tuesday, I'll go, hey, this is the movie we're watching next Friday, or that Friday, right? So you got to go vote this week. So do that. We'll be back in a minute, guys. We'll be back. Let's start with this one today. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl Sagan, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is... It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No! Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved. Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. And here we are. Back. I've got my co-host, the amazing Super Ryan. Good morning.
Hello. Got my cape on and everything.
You do have awesome sauce. That's awesome. That's awesome. No capes.
No, no capes needed today. I just need cope. No cape, but
true,
cope.
True. Yes, one of my super weaknesses is the cold. I break out in this rash all over, little bumps all over. It's horrific.
Oh, scoobly bumps.
I know. Good morning. Hope you're doing okay. Let's see who all we've got in the chat here. We've got Ambushed Apostate.
Oh, right.
Seth is here. Mark, the Australian from yesterday, who was here with us, is here this morning for us, this afternoon, evening for him. I hope everything's going great with you, Mark. Thank you for calling in yesterday. Ace Trades is here. John Hudson is here. John was our first caller. Trouble, as John tends to be.
John scared me.
We did appreciate. I know, right? Where I was like, oh no. Well, we'll see. You know, that day I didn't expect a call like that. Today I kind of do. I really do. I kind of expect somebody to go, hey, you know, why are you being such a jick when we're pretty nice? So, and then we had Rational Poet Jackie, I believe.
Yes. Called in. Great.
Flexing.
Yep. And we had Kelly Cullen. Kelly
right.
Scher called in the other day when the other Kelly was on the show.
Really? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've had lots of people call in. It's good. We're getting there. That's right. I remember the new person to the show who's working on deconstructing. You know,
yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Any one of those we can help. John says, I get a little neurotic. Well, at least we know he has a knack for understatement. Grumpy Librarian is here. Good morning, Grumpy Librarian. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Yeah, you know, the call-in isn't for everybody. We're going to test it and see how it goes. See what, well, we'll just do it for a while and see if it helps. If it helps the channel, it helps the channel. If it do not help the channel, well, we'll quit doing it. Trina is here. Amazing Trina. I saw your post earlier, Trina. Good morning. I hope everything is going fantastical in your world. I hope you're staying warm. All of you. You know, you too. Is it cold in your area, Ryan?
It was this whole week has been rather warm. It's I say rather warm. It's been in the high 30s, low 40s.
Okay. So it's not bad.
Yeah. No, because for me, below 30 is when I just like that's just really cold out.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy walking pickle as much.
True. And well, you know, and part of it is also that, you know, if there's wetness involved.
Yeah, that,
you know,
and wind.
Wind sucks. Wind creates a negative pressure environment. That means it sucks. I mean, it blows, but it also sucks. Musical Monkey for You is here. Why? Because Weed Bro, a left-handed Jedi, has walked in, kicked in the door. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Padawans, says Lieutenant Jedi. Adrian Belgrave, are the phone lines open now? And if so, what's the number? Oh, shit. There's the number on the screen. Damn it, Chris. I'm McMahon. Yes, they are open. There's a web interface where you can try the web. The link is in the description below. For reals this time. And there's also the phone number that is listed on the screen. You can call it and we'll see what we can do. We'll give it a try. Let me just check out here. The left-handed Jedi, welcome back, you sneaky bastard, it says. I actually threw that last part in myself. Trina says she is counting the days until she's moves to New Mexico. 2,000 days. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know, Miss Trina, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but as long as me and Ryan have been doing this show, almost every time where I'm at in New Mexico is colder than where she's at. How cold is it now?
Well, hold on, I can tell you exactly. 38 degrees.
38 degrees. Okay, here in Albuquerque or thereabouts, where is it? It is 38 degrees. And see, I know, right? And so you would think, because she's up in Pennsylvania with like trees and wetness and that Nordic ice, yeah, that stuff. I would figure it'd be a lot colder and yuckier there, but it doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Unseasonably warm.
Unseasonably, yeah. You know, maybe. But every time I just remember every time I'm always surprised by the fact that the difference is not that much. You know, I expect it to be, you know, it's 30 degrees here. It should be like negative 15 degrees where you are. You should all be dying in the yard. Yeah.
Comparatively, you would just, but.
And Canadians, I don't know how they survive at all. I don't know. I have no idea how that works for them. Yeah.
No,
My
same.
understanding is like Australia is the hottest part in the world right now. In history, I think.
Hotter than Satan's butthole.
Maybe so. Maybe so. So Mark Reed, stay cool out there. Raven, Lunatic, if you're still watching, if you're lurking, stay cool. And any of you other Aussies or Kiwis out there, you know, stay cool, stay chill. Amy Nicole Cervantes called too, didn't she? Wasn't she a caller? I think she was a caller. Yeah, Amy called. Yeah. Amy called.
Yes.
Amy called. Yes.
Yes. I remember showing the book that she sent me.
Yeah. Yes. The book. That's right.
The book.
Let me briefly. Oh, hey, Kelly is here. Good morning, Kelly Laughlin. Thank you for joining us. Briefly, I'll try not to go into it too much. Tomorrow on the Sci-Fi Friday, we're going to review. Got dog hairs, guys. We're going to review Passengers. We're going to talk about Passengers. I watched it last night with the evil one. And is Raven still in the chat or listening or lurking? I want to say,
I haven't seen Rainbow yet this morning.
I enjoyed it.
You did enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. I watched it again yesterday. Okay. I did enjoy it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. There were parts I didn't enjoy, but not a lot of them. The parts that I didn't enjoy, they really, really tried to make up for, and we'll go over that tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy watching it, Ryan. And of course, Jennifer Lawrence, a hottie. Of course,
yeah, she's beautiful
kind of too. Yeah. So it's a good one. It's a good flick. I don't regret watching it. All right. It looks like we may have Adrian Belgrave calling. And now Adrian is calling. And Adrian, I believe, knows that we're kind of in our testing phase. So bear with us. Give us some grace there. Let me do here. Adrian Belgrave. And I'm going to do the thing here. I want to put boop Christian. Boop. All right, so now let's see if we can get Adrian up here. Adrian. There we go. I'm gonna go here. Boop, boop. And for some reason, this call studio. Oh, there we go. Adrian. Good morning, Adrian. Can you hear us?
Mic check 1 2. Good morning. Good morning.
Wait.
Good morning.
That's awesome. How are you doing?
What's up? What's up, Chris? What's up, Ryan? What's good, Atheist in the chat? What up? What up?
I know. Look at that.
Our favorite theist. That's right.
Yeah. One of our favorite theists. We got a couple of them. But yeah, I have to say, Adrian. Good morning, Adrian. Man, you called.
I did, Chris. I did. You got the number up, and here I am.
Now today, I want to be honest. Now, okay, I'm not as much. I try not to be as much of a jerk. But today I made it.
I commend you for that, Chris. I commend you for that.
That.
For real.
That's awesome. I try. Sometimes inside my brain it says no, and I go, but I try. Anyway, I made today a very provocative show title, and here it is. It's it's about how Christians are bad people, essentially, in one fashion or another. When I made that title, Adrian, I wasn't talking about you. I'm just saying. Sometimes we paint with a wide brush, and I was trying to get some call in. I was trying to get our phone lines rocking, and see if I could get us some Christians joining the call. And thank you for calling, of course. But you're not a contrary Christian. We do get contrary Christians calling. Yeah.
Contrary Christians. I think that's the first time I heard of that. Contrary Christians. I'm just good old regular.
You are. See, you're pretty chill. Sometimes they come in and sometimes I don't even know what they are. Are they trolls? We don't know. They come in and say some of the dumbest things. And it could be that I don't know if they're Ryan, what are your thoughts?
Hard to gauge sometimes. What'd you say, Chris?
What are your thoughts? You got Adrian on the line there.
Well, at first, thank you, Adrian, for being, I believe, the first Christian to call. Am I right?
Am I really the first? Am I really the first one up in here as a believer calling y'all? For real? Then I definitely feel like, this, I don't know, I feel kind of extra special a little bit. I'll just pop my collar just a little bit, being the first one up in here. But
We'll get you
yeah,
a trophy.
thank you, Ryan.
That is
You're
awesome.
welcome.
We
So
appreciate
yes,
it.
so thank you for calling. And secondly, I am thankful that we have a believer who is willing to engage with us in like good
Hmm.
conversation and not just here to stir stuff or to poke and to prod and to, get
No.
people to like start basically fighting with, us and with people in the audience. I feel like you're a genuine person. You really are here to learn. You care about other people, and I
Exactly.
really really respect that, and I wish that there were more Christians like that. Like if we could have Christians like you, then I think we'd all be cool, really.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Well,
would
I mean,
expand that
I'm
even
gonna say this.
further. I just want to expand that even further. If we just had more
Hmm.
humans like you,
Humans,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
agree.
overall, but appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris.
Go ahead, Adrian.
No, I mean, I'm gonna say it like this. Like, I mean, I know when I barely came up in here, back when y'all had like three hosts and all that. I know I came in super hard, like, yo, like y'all gonna listen. Like, I got Bible verse here and there, and I was coming with that energy, but I definitely learned, like, since other streams I've been on, and ever since I've been told about religious trauma, like some people go through and all other stuff. I really calmed down when it came to, like, let me just listen more, let me receive the information that I might disagree with. Let me just hear from them more so than me try to be contentious with them.
Right.
So I've learned that during this process that I've gained some ground by doing that, like changing my approach a little bit. I mean, I'm still going to still believe in all that other good stuff. This ain't no like deconversion story or reconstruction story. This is like a construction story for me. Like, I'm constructing my worldview. That's how I see it. So like while and like my New Year's resolution, Chris, like, and I think I told you on the Discord, like, is me like really going in the Old Testament, because I've been big on the New Testament, like kind of years ago and stuff like that, but I never really opened my eyes to the Old Testament. And since I've embarked in that journey, I've learned a lot more, and there are some contentious points in it that open my eyes, and I'm like, yo, Abraham, for real? That Pharaoh song is really true, bro? Like, are you serious? Like, you know what I mean? So like when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, yo, like Chris got like some freaking truth in it. When a freaking Pharaoh song come up, I'm like, yo, like half sister, this and that. Like, are you serious? So, stuff like that. Like I wanted at the end of this, like I want to read the word to get my own understanding about it. Like what they call it, exegesis or whatever that is, right? Like I want to develop my own hermeneutics and all that other good stuff. I want it for my own understanding and not to hear from other people or have other people give their opinions on the text. I want to see it for myself before I then give my opinion on it. So that's where I'm at currently on my journey.
I'm very interested in hearing back from you along the way. Of course, hopefully, man, you'll stay in the chat and you'll keep talking to us, but it's not about leaving the faith or being a Christian or being an atheist or any of that business, because what you're doing is fantastic. You're following this and you're opening your mind and you're exploring, and I'm really keen to hear where that leads you. That's going to be interesting. Very cool, man. I hope to hear back from you on that. That's awesome.
Thank you, Chris. Like, no, for real, like, and I'm definitely, if I may say, like, I'm kind of proud of myself of like the personal growth that I've had for myself, engaging with y'all and engaging in other streams and stuff like that. Just like in general, me trying to seek the truth, because at the end of the day, that's all the brothers doing. I'm trying to seek the truth, trying to have honest, good discussions with people that I may disagree with or whatever, but I'm not going to be like I was at the beginning, just totally dismissive, like saying like, hey man, I'm not trying to hear none of this crap from, this and that, but I'm more receptive now. Like I'm willing to listen and be like, all right, this isn't just vain conversation that I'm getting myself into. I might actually learn something. So that's where I'm at.
Our chatters were commenting here about how whenever you came in, I think they were saying you wanted us to repent. Is that what you were saying? They were saying in the chat. You're like,
I still do, but
right?
But yeah, that was my energy. That was my energy, Chris. Like for real. Like I was like, yo, like I'm talking with you, quote unquote, respectfully, quote unquote, heathens and all this other stuff. And like y'all really need to open eyes, whoop-de-woo. I was really with that energy, but now I'm still about that, but to a lesser degree, for real.
yeah, that's awesome.
Well, you put your humanism, I guess, first. Hopefully, is what happened, and decided to listen and open your heart. And I do recommend. I'm glad that Chris had, but reading the, what some people call the Old Testament. I just call them the Hebrew Scriptures, but reading that without all the presuppositions that you get from the New Testament and just open eyes. And there's so much that will be revealed to you if you're interested. I do have like certain rabbis that I like to listen to because I feel like I'm getting like I'm down to the Hebrew, right? Like I'm getting really detailed information. So if you want that, I can send that to you. And as far as like your attitude, yes, I do remember when you first were in the chat, and I have seen the change. And I think we all agree that we've noticed the change. And, from my perspective, if a Christian ever wants to win people's hearts over to that would do it, and anything else would just be fear.
Yeah.
So if that's your goal, then I think if you focus on yourself first and what you can learn and do better, instead of being the typical Christian, I would say, and focusing on what other people should be doing and judging, and instead reflect, I think you're going to I think you're going to become a better Christian, and hopefully a better friend, father, dad, etc. And friend to the show.
Yeah.
For real. And I just want to say, to the atheists in the chat, like shout out to Rainbow, Mr. Weed, Austin Sims, like cats like that, like they know what I'm about. Like I'm gonna stand 10 tones on what I believe in, but for them to support my journey as I gain my knowledge in all the Bible, not just some of it, like I just want to say, that personally means a lot to me and makes me want to keep studying and discovering more. So I just wanted to say thank you for the support. Even though, again, we might agree to disagree, it's invaluable to me. And being judgmental and all that, like that's where I came up top and stuff like that. But if you are a quote unquote Christian, you ain't supposed to judge at all. You know what I mean? So I try to put that in front of my head, like not judge anybody, no, regardless of background, ethnicity, sexual orientation. Like that's not my steez. So I just hey, that's your prerogative. That's on you. That's your business. I'm a continually minding my own business and handling mine. So that's where I come with that.
Good.
Well, I think that's awesome.
That's what I like to hear.
I appreciate those people who are willing to have an open mind, be objective, have their faith, but still be able to consider other options. That is cool, And of course, there's also something else that I value, and that's the somebody's willingness to go, you know what, I was wrong. I think the reason why I value that so much is because I'm wrong a lot. And so I say it a lot. Yeah. But yeah. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you, Chris, for having me. This is, I'll keep this, I wanted to keep this short and simple because I do got folks sleeping, and knowing the brother could have a loud mouth. I don't want to wake up everybody in the neighborhood. So,
Smart man.
So I'm gonna leave off, go lurk back in the chats and stuff. I just wanted to be, if I am the first, I'll be the celebratory first Christian up in here to do my little calling and stuff like that. And I do want to say thanks for how the show has progressed from when I barely started to how it is now. You make people like myself more comfortable to keep coming in and engaging when I have my days off and so forth. So just want to say thank you guys.
That's right. We try. Go ahead, Ryan.
That means
you
a
got
lot.
words?
That means a lot. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. That's what I would hope that we, the goal is, maybe, kind of.
Yeah. Well, I've tried to come a long way myself. I mean, I can still react, but it just depends on the person. We know how it is. Whether you're a Christian hosting, and then all of a sudden some atheist comes in and starts just being a jerk. It happens on both sides. We're hosting our atheist show, and they may not even be Christians. Sometimes I think they're just assholes. They come here.
No, I remember a couple of times where I'm like, "Dang, Chris, like." You handing it to him. There's been times I was like, yeah, why you got to start Chris off like that, or whoever you was engaging with. But then at the same time, some of your things were justified. Especially with those trolls. I don't understand the concept of trolls. I don't know why they exist, but if you want to be honest and have an honest discussion, just do that. Just be honest. But. Yeah. I'm gonna be off these lines. I'm sure you got other people wanting to call in and stuff, and I'm gonna go and stop that and be back in the chat.
Well,
thank you for accepting my call, Chris, and as always, good to see you, Ryan. Straight up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adrian.
All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Bye, Adrian.
Bye.
That was awesome. That was very awesome. Rainbow Ash says Chris has gone off on friendlies even. Yeah, I try not to go off on friendlies. Usually the only time I go off on a friendly is when I feel like the friendly is going off on me or has attacked me in some way. Brent A would be one of those people. I went off on Brent once. I don't know what the hell he was. Oh yeah, it was something. I said something about
Overton window or something.
Something about something I don't know, but I went off on him, and yeah, it was. I tend to do that, but I cool off sometimes. I'm like, I could be wrong. We've done that on the thing. I'm like, hey man, what the fuck? And I'll lay off on somebody. Then I'm like, oh wait, maybe you weren't even talking to me. Do you do that, Ryan? Whenever you're hosting these other shows and you're the one doing most of the talking?
I try not to because I'm really good at misunderstanding. Like I'm bad at misunderstanding people. So sometimes like you said, but remember one time somebody said something in the audience and you thought they were making fun of me and I didn't take it like that at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There are things that will get me though. Like murder, grape, like there's things that will like incite me to. So yeah.
Gotcha.
I do have my moments, but I try to be cautious because I'm so bad at talking. And sometimes I look at the comments that I've left in people's comment sections and I realize like that I've said something and it sounds in a way that I didn't even, so yeah. I don't know. I mean, it happens. I'm not perfect. I'm just saying I try to be careful because I'm just
There was this one time, friends, where we had somebody in the chat and they said something. It was to Ryan. And I was like, oh, no, you don't talk. I don't remember what it was. It was something that I was like, you don't talk to and I was just so ready. And I was just about to hit the ban button. I had it up. I had right-clicked it. I was like, block this person from your channel. And then I was like, wait. And I reread it again. It was nothing. I was like, this close, man, this close. Yeah.
It happened. I told you I've halfway recorded a video as a response. And that's kind of what finally started like, girl, you got to chill because you're just misreading stuff. I almost put a video out of me like reaming into somebody who was actually agreeing with me, but I wasn't getting the sarcasm and the humor. And you know what? So I'm like,
yeah. That happens to me a lot in the comments of my channel or of the comments of my questions. Whenever I post a question like my poll
or something,
because sometimes people will use they'll be ironic or they're saying something and I think they're talking to me and I'm like, what? Screw you. They're like, so I try to be more careful.
We all do it. We do. We do. It's hard to read crap through a damn text, and even sometimes talking to people, but text for sure.
Right. True, because it's so easy to misunderstand. Oh, so hard to come through clearly. Grumpy Librarian says, I chose the name Grumpy Librarian as a warning that I'm not going to tiptoe around my comments. I do try to be fair, but that's not my call. Not there. That's your call, not theirs. Gotcha. I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, everyone. Thank you for joining us, by the way. We got a new subscriber earlier, a new member of the channel. I saw it. Let me see. I wanted to shout it out, but I forgot. And it was a repeat offender. The mighty Filbert has become a channel supporter. Thank you, Filbert. We're cheap, folks, at a buck a month, I guess. That's pretty damn cheap. I'm cheap. All right, guys, we'll be back in just a minute. Let's do, what do we want to do today? We want to do the song. Everybody likes the song. But we haven't done ghost-scented flesh candles very often, and I really got to make more. We'll be back in a minute and a half.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh, no. The Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do you do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning built flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires that pungent smell, light a candle or you're going to hell.
What they're talking about sometimes.
Here we are. And we are back. That was very sneaky. Short commercial. Yeah, you, the lady with the gray hair. That was fun. I'm the one. That's cute. Chris George, plus Council Democrats as opposed to papal infallibility. You got a lot going on there. Pale Horse, good morning. And we want to say thank you for Rainbow Ash for the $2. Says this is the best morning show on the internet. Thank you very much for that. Did you hear me earlier, Rainbow Ash, whenever I said, oh, you'll be lurking? When you get the moment, let me know if you heard whenever I said that I watched Passengers last night and I enjoyed it. We'll talk about it on the show tomorrow, but I was not as offended as I was the first time by the movie. Be safe on your way to work. So, Synthesis 25 says, I love the song. That's awesome. Coke candles. Yeah, the Pharaoh's Curse. I'll play that. How about that? I'll play that at the top of the hour for our break at the top of the hour. Damn show. Should I watch it tonight then? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we already got it it's already on the thing. If you haven't watched it because Ryan hasn't watched it yet, right, Ryan? You usually do the Thursday night thing.
Tomorrow. Yep, tonight.
Yep.
I mean.
And I watched it last night. Me and the Evil One watched it. The Evil One liked it from before. But again, I don't really want to, I want to save all this good juiciness for tomorrow when we're on talking about the show tomorrow. So, oh, no. Yeah. Rainbow says they thought I was joking. No, I was serious. Yeah. It's got a really good, it's a good looking movie. Looks really good. Visually stunning.
Yeah. Really
the more
visuals.
modern we get, the more they're going to be. Once we can get to where we can't really point out the CGI, yeah, it'll be, and we're getting there. I think they're getting there. I can do some of that shit here on my house. So, Zarkross says, lucky me, I haven't seen Passengers already. Good. Amy Nicole Cervantes, lots of hearts. Thank you for the hearts and the $2. I really appreciate it. You know, our channel is normally kind of low coming in anyway, and now taking on the phone line, but I'm really kind of hoping the phone line will generate some things. Maybe we can get the channel growing. That'd be nice if we can get to, don't forget, and I don't normally do this. I hate doing this. I hate it whenever I see people. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you can, share this shit out on your social media. There's this really cool, oh, Adrian's not here anymore. There's this really cool Atheist morning show. Y'all should check it out because there's hundreds of thousands of atheists everywhere and they just don't know we're here. So if they knew we were here, they would watch us.
Indeed.
Yeah, yeah. And now they can call in and yell at us because our community's kind of
brother. Yeah, we don't know. Might be careful about that one.
I know, right? You never know. Promethean Kitchen. Good morning, Promethean Kitchen. Some of the channels that helped me on the Bible were the Myth Vision podcast on YouTube and Adam Green, aka No More News on Rumble. No More News on Adam Green. I don't know Adam Green.
Adam Green. Yeah, I've never heard of them. Let me look them. Are they YouTube? Do they say or? Oh, Rumble.
Yeah, YouTube on the. Yeah, YouTube. Also known as More News on Rumble.
Ah, I see.
Yes. There you go. I haven't heard of them. Thank you very much, Mighty Filbert, for your support earlier, and Amy and all of you wonderful people. Thank you so much. It will certainly help with the phone line. And let's see here. I actually do have a poll, my friends. Let me check my poll. I'm a little bit of a slacker. I did not. Where's the link for the poll? Ooh, have you guys voted though for this sci-fi movie for next week? There's a link at the top. Let me just check that and see where we're at on that poll, because that's the new cool one that I'm digging. Right. Let me go over here and let's check our forms. Right now, the movie of the week is, or the options are Event Horizon, Lost in Space, Children of Men, The Last Starfighter, and Poor Things. We've got 15 votes so far. And I think I want to hold off on, unless it tells you guys, I want to hold off on saying which one's leading. Because if I say which one's leading, it may influence you in your vote. There is a link in the top. If you want to go click the link and go check out. Those are your options. Event Horizon, which we watched not long back. I would watch it again. I don't know if the Evil One would, but we wouldn't really even have to watch it. Me and Ryan wouldn't have to watch it because we just watched it. Y'all would have to watch it if that one wins. Lost in Space. Now, Lost in Space was suggested as a series. There's a series and a couple of shows. There's a movie. We'll watch the movie because the series is kind of too much to put in for a movie of the week situation. And that's probably what they meant. They just put Lost in Space, and the IMDb verifier took and ran with it almost certainly. So Lost in Space. Have you seen the movie? The latest? Well, 2009 probably. Was it 2009
Lost in
even? It had
Space?
Joey from Friends in it. That's how old it was.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So it's an old one. I really enjoy the Doctor in that one because it's played by the same guy who plays Zorg from The Fifth Element. He's freaking everywhere. Kelly Lofton donated $5 through Super Chat, says to help pay for the phone. Oh man, you're too sweet. You're sweet. Other people will help. I mean, we're going to get the thing up and I'm going to try to be better about doing stuff. And if we can grow the channel, the Super Chats will grow. And we'll be able to pay for the thing, And I figure hopefully getting calls will help do that. Of course, asking people to spread the channel and spread the good word. And there's something else I'm going to do. As I mentioned, I'm working on developing an automation that will automatically schedule out my shows, give us topics and all of that stuff. I think doing that will give people something to see beforehand. I've even started leaving the shows up now so people can see them. But okay. Yeah, Gary Oldman. Thank you, Flockmeister. I appreciate that. It was Gary Oldman. He's one of my favorites. Oh my goodness.
He's good. He's good.
He is.
I remember Pigs in Space too. Was that Muppets? Was Pigs in Space?
I think it was Muppets. Yeah. It had to have been Muppets. It had to have been. Same fact. I don't think there was anybody else on TV doing that. Was that part of a Saturday Night Live thing?
Maybe it was.
Skit. Yeah, they didn't have a whole show. It was just part of a show.
I really don't remember.
Well, yeah, Pigs in Space. Yeah, Pigs in Space. Let me check that out. Pigs in Space.
Oh, from the Muppet Show. It was a skit from the Muppet Show.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, and I used to love the Muppet Show, so that makes sense. All right.
Now, that was one of those, being a sci-fi fan as a kid, I don't think they played it every time. Of course, I didn't get to see it every time it come on, but sometimes you'd see the Muppet shows coming on and like, are they going to do pigs in space?
You never knew what you were going to get.
You're like, yay, pigs in space. Yeah, of course, I was a kid. I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Wow. Geo Sam is throwing coin at us. Miss Ryan, would you like to read that one?
Mr. Geo Sam for $5 says, I'm down with what you're putting out. Here's to reason, critical thinking, and a universe that doesn't require divine supervision. Here.
Yes.
Cheers to that. Thank you.
Here.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Geo Sam. Very much appreciate you.
Amen.
There's a lot going on in our world right now. We have Donald Trump in power, and he's going full-blown fascist, authoritarian, Nazi, war pirate, war criminal, all at once. He's doing the whole thing. And part of what is giving him that power are the Christians. It's like the Christians are literally funding and bankrolling the Antichrist themselves. You can't be a Christian and a person with an IQ of over like 45 and not see what Donald Trump is. The lies, everything, the Epstein files. The more we know, the worse it gets. You thought it couldn't get worse. And then all of a sudden we hear about the baby in the book, the boat on Michigan, Lake Michigan. So yeah. His power is facilitated by the Christian right.
Definitely. I believe that he was chosen. I think that they've been working with him for many years. The think tanks we've talked about before, the 7 Mountain Mandate, the Project 2025. Yeah. Gosh, there's so many colluding together, really. Probably even like Turning Point, USA. They've put this man in power, and only a few are benefiting from it. It's not the general pop. Not sure why the Christians are. I just don't get how the major cap for this guy, for the from Christians. I don't. They seem to think that because he hates all the right people, it matches with their faith, I guess. It matches with their values, their principles that they're finding in the Bible. And I'm not saying all Christians, but we know that this is a very specific, right, kind of Christian who values this kind of man, his morals. Yeah. I don't get it, but if you hate the right people, that's all that matters, I guess. I don't know.
How much of it is like wanting to oppress women, or I wouldn't throw that out there so eagerly or so early in the what if it is, except for the fact that they do it so often and so eagerly and with such fervor. Barefoot and pregnant is where they want you, and you got people like Pete Kegsbrith who are out there now in power, and they're talking about taking women out of the military. Do you know how hard women fought and how long they fought to be seen as equals in these departments? But here's something you ought to consider. I think, my friends, we ought to consider the percentage of women in the military who are going to be willing to go down and perform these fascist military things that are coming is really small. So if you get them out early, you don't have to worry about them rebelling on you or causing problems whenever you go full fascist and start doing the ugly things that are coming. Just like whenever we got all the other people, the first thing they did was fire all those generals, the generals they knew were going to oppose, so.
Yeah, and they're leaving all the kiss ass. They're going to leave anybody who's willing to just bend on over and spread their little butt cheeks like Ace Ventura and make it clap. And that's right. Going to be what gets you in, like the secret passcode that we, when you knock back in the day, to know if whether you were in or not, they're just going to bend over and clap, clap, clap. They're going to know that's the word. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where my brain was going.
That's okay. That's all right.
Five problems.
There's this thing, I heard it again yesterday, or today, this morning. I saw it, a glancing blow, that A Russian foreign minister or a Russian spokesman for somebody, or a spokesman for somebody who would know, who'd be in the know, repeated what I'd said on the show yesterday that I'd heard about how Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump essentially had this agreement. Vladimir Putin gets Ukraine, Donald Trump gets Venezuela. I think one of the reasons why, I mean, right now, you notice, sure, Vladimir Putin gets Ukraine, but he's really had to work for it. And they've lost a lot of people for it. And Donald Trump has been on the fence and wishy-washy and not very helpful about it. Sort of. Donald Trump's best help is that he hasn't really obstructed what's going on. But that's cost thousands, tens of thousands of lives for Russian soldiers. So now, does Donald Trump think that Vladimir Putin is just going to give Donald Trump Venezuela without some kind of price? Just curious how that works.
I don't know. I didn't even realize. I still haven't even caught up to all the news that's happening because it just keeps happening too fast. I didn't even realize about the whole ship with the alleged painting Russian. Did we hear any more about that with the boat that was taken? Is it Russian or was it just trying to pretend to be Russian?
All I've heard about it was his.
It just feels very piratey. It just feels very ahoy matey. We just gonna take what we want out here in the old seas.
Yeah, but the deal, in my understanding, is that this ship was empty. It was empty. There was no oil on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was empty at the time.
Are we sure? We're sure it was empty?
Yeah, well, it's just as sure as we can get out of the news.
Well, right, exactly.
That's kind of what happened with me and the evil one yesterday. I was sitting there, I was like, I don't know why. I happened to see a potato, and I was like, did you know? Because I say, I say that from now on. Did you know that there was this family who were killed whenever they had some potatoes go spoil in their basement or their cellar, and they went down one at a time into the basement, and the gases from the spoiled potatoes overcame them, and they died one at a time as they went down there. And she's like, did you look that up and make that for sure? No, that's for sure. Is that just something? I was like, well, no, I didn't really look it up. She looked it up. It happened in Russia.
For realsies.
Yeah,
how many potatoes does it take?
I don't know. There was another article that she found.
How many potatoes were down there?
While she was looking it up, she found an article where somebody had a truckload of potatoes, and they had abandoned that truck in the summer, and it was so dangerous that they drove it straight to the landfill and just put it in the landfill. It was so
oh wow,
toxic,
it's that
so
dangerous.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Who knew?
Very yucky. Yeah. Well, not that.
I want to know what that damn what it produces. I want to know what that gas is called.
Well, actually, a lot of vegetables produce gases as they decompose. CO2.
Well, yeah, I guess it does. Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But potatoes, who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk? Death by potato.
Death by potato, man. And I love me some taters. I'm made of taters. Probably like that was 25% tater.
Yeah, I do too. I love them. Oh, mashed potatoes. Oh my goodness. I love, oh, hear this. Hear me, my friends. You take mashed potatoes, you mash the shit out of them, right? And then you take some butter and you put the butter on there. And then you take this homemade chili that the wife makes, and it's fantastical, wonderful stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That on there. And then you put some red onions in there, and then you put like a little thing like that, and you put like a pat of butter on there, and you watch the pat of butter become like a little tiny little delicious, tasty, and wonderful pool of butter. And then yes, and then it's got the onions, and then you go. And we're back.
I wish.
Thank you all for joining us today. I was gone there for a second.
Evil one has us craving now.
Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness. Axel Ignite. The potato is in fact a member of the nightshade family. The nightshade's bad, they say. So don't eat the potatoes. Star-crossed now. Adrian says I could go without the onions, Chris, but that sounds good though. Yeah. Normally I wouldn't say so to the onions either, generally. But when I would serve them, that's how it came to me originally, with the onions on it. And it gave it just this right crunch without being offensive. It kind of added a little bit, Adrian Nicole Cervantes says, now I have the munchies. True enough. One of the things I guess I ought to make it tonight. We've got avocados, and I like to make avocado dip with jalapenos, and well, either jalapenos or onions, not both, because if you do that, you have too much crap in your avocado. But and then what is that stuff? Cream cheese. Cream cheese,
Oh,
avocado, mash it all up, bless it.
wow.
Dominus possum possum el carborundum. And then you feed upon it.
Wowsies.
Some lemon. Got
Cream cheese sounds good. I hadn't thought about that.
Here's how I do it. I put, you know how the cream cheese is usually marked? Well, I think it's by the ounce, right? Or what?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I usually one of those per avocado
Okay.
is how I like mine a little
That's-
creamy, a little hot.
That's your
Yeah.
ratio.
That is the perfect ratio, I believe. Soft cheeses are my kryptonite. I hear you. I'm like 50. How old am I? 53 or 54?
Something
somewhere.
like that.
I'm in there somewhere. And I'm at that age where, I've had enough of that cheese. I can hear my vessels squeaking. The blood just kind of trying to get through. So,
Trying to get the blood through.
yeah. I ain't that bad. Of course, like I think our parents had it rougher. They were the straight lard generation, the vegetable oil, real hard on the vegetable oils. Yeah. So let me check a Flockmeister
We're
tomatoes.
just getting all the
tobacco.
dyes.
What's that?
I said we're just getting all the dyes.
Do you do a lot?
I'm just pretending RFK.
Right. Oh yeah. He can't be wrong about everything. Oh, he could. Looks like we have a caller. Jackie Rational Poet is calling in. Let me get Jackie up here. Jackie, let's see if we can get her here. Boop boop.
Hey, Jackie.
I was in the. Hi, yeah. I was just in the process of getting ready for my doctor's appointment and over listening to your show. Stop talking about food. I am on a diet.
I know I'm so hungry right now. I haven't eaten breakfast, and I'm like, baked
geez.
potatoes.
No, I know, but it's just tasty and delicious, and I can't help myself. What kind of diet are you on, Jackie?
I'm on the stay away from sauces and fatty foods and carbs. And so I'm trying to eat as clean as possible. I've found some low calorie jalapeno popcorn that I'm eating, and I'm eating yogurts, and I'm trying to eat fish and chicken. So
There you go.
that's what I'm trying to do.
That's awesome.
But
the sauces are like my
every once in a
favorite
while,
things.
Yeah, but see, unfortunately, like this weekend, I will be going up to a sports bar, and all they freaking have is bar food.
Oh yeah.
So
That's true.
It's going to be hard to resist.
there's
Now,
always,
will you allow yourself to cheat a little?
Yeah, you can. Not if I want to keep my girlish figure.
Mm.
Can't do
No.
that.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I mean, I'm proud of you. That's great willpower. I've
Yeah.
lost that kind of willpower. I'm just saying. I just have lost it.
Oh, who said I had willpower? I didn't say it was going to work. I said I'm trying.
Very true. The last
All
diet
right, well-
I did, I've never had success walking or any kind of cardio has never helped me.
That I started doing that. But then I found a wonderful bicycle that I absolutely love, and I'm 2 months post-op, so doctor doesn't want me sitting on that.
Yeah.
So I'm so desperate to get back on that bicycle because I love riding it.
Mhm.
But I can't do that right now. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's one.
Take care of yourself
All right.
first.
Well, I
and
gotta
then-
go. I
and then you'll
got
be able to get back
I
up
got
on
a
that.
video doctor's appointment in a few minutes, so I gotta go. Have a good show. Rest of
you
your
as well.
show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. There was a delay, Ryan. I saw it. You were trying to get in there. The delay was
Yeah, sometimes it's really difficult. That's
Yeah,
okay. I mean, it's going to happen sometimes. What are you going to do?
oh, yeah. Well, we're learning. We're newbies at this thing, but I think we're doing pretty good so far. The technical issues seem to have melted away so far.
Mhm.
So far,
At least on your end, it seems the calls come through and
Yeah. I think we got the
I'm not
balance.
pushing buttons.
Yeah, people ain't complaining about the sound anymore yet. Avocados, says Kelly Sherry. Yes, Kelly. My dad used to have this avocado recipe, and that's kind of what I talked to you guys about. There was a certain and you use this much, and it, oh my goodness, it's always been delicious and tasty and wonderful. Something else I like to do, friends. Now, Rational Poet Jackie, cover your ears, la 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 la, do it like this. I also like to make this queso. And this queso, I take a full thing of, what's that, Velveeta cheese, a full one of those, a full thing of the cream cheese, put that in there, some Rotel. You know what Rotel is? It's like chopped. It's,
Yeah, the dice. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah. Some Rotel, some jalapenos, jalapenos, some black olives. I like the black olives. The wife doesn't necessarily like the black. I like them and everything. But also a pound of ground beef, and a pound of sausage, like Jimmy Dean sausage. And you mix all that up, and you brown that stuff up, and then you put it in with the cheese in a crock pot, and you mix it all up, and you've got this wonderful, tasty, artery-clogging, delicious queso
Dip.
dip. I haven't made it in quite a while. It's a lot. It's an effort, you know.
But
It's
it
a lot of-
sounds amazing. Yeah,
And it
that
makes
would
a
like
shit
you couldn't be eating that on a regular.
No. But one of the, it keeps up really well. You put it in like a Tupperware and throw it in the fridge. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Add a
Just
little
heat it
milk,
up as you.
some prayer. I know this is going to sound odd. We are hosting a Super Bowl party this year. We already agreed to it. The wife's already agreed to it. The evil one has agreed to it, regardless if our teams are in it or not. Fortunately, she's a Seahawk fan, and her team is number one in the NFC. So we might actually, but for that, I probably should make us some big old pot of queso.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it sounds like the perfect time of year.
It does. And I like to get the hot sausage, the breakfast sausage and the hot stuff, and it's never too hot. It's perfect. So just remember that, friends. Just remember that. Pale Horse says I had to give up cheese because it stops me from pooping. Yeah. I've heard there's such a thing as too much cheese. Okay, I'll tell you another story. I'm a little bit of a diabetic. One of the things that you may or may not know, a symptom or sign of diabetics in some people, not all, but some people, is constipation.
Oh,
so when me and the
didn't know
evil
that.
one met, I was just getting to the point where I was like, oh my goodness, I had gone like a week and I hadn't had any kind of movements. I was getting kind of worried and all these other things. She was coming over, and I met her, and she was coming over. We were, we'd do ice cream together, and the ice cream ninjas were, she'd leave her ice cream at my house, and I'd eat it. And that was the ice cream ninjas had broke in and stole her ice cream. And we didn't know I was diabetic. So the more we did that, the worse I got.
right.
So that was one of our experiences. And then also at the time, whenever it first started presenting itself, I had gone down to Odessa, Texas, and down there they have these restaurants called Rosa's. It's a Mexican restaurant. There's like a chain of them, and they have this queso. Oh my goodness! And it comes in this like pint, half pint shit or whatever. I don't know. And I would go in there and I would order 3 tacos, and it comes with like beans and rice and 2 tortillas, which I turn that into a burrito, and I pour that queso all over it every time. And I hadn't been down there in a while, so I had gone down there and I'd gotten that. So I was blaming the cheese, bringing this all the way around to the cheese, right? I was blaming the cheese, thinking it was a cheese. So I was trying to avoid cheese, not realizing I was diabetic and knocking it up every night or every other night when the evil one come over and we were dating. And oh my goodness. And then we found out, and it got all better,
Thank goodness. Trying to kill yourself.
I remember we'd first started dating, and I was like, I got this problem. I don't know, and I finally confided in her that I was having these problems. And she's like, I'm a nurse, and I deal with ostomies, and I'm a poop nurse, essentially. I was like, you're just trying to date me or whatever, trying to take advantage of me, my naive ways. Turns out that's exactly what she was.
She's a lifesaver.
Save my ass,
Mm-hmm.
as it were. I think what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take a break. We talked about the Pharaoh song earlier. I think we should play it because we didn't get to play it earlier. We're going to play it now for those of you who are new and old. We'll be back in just a minute, and hopefully some other people will call, and we'll get a new caller on the line. We'll be back in just a minute. Boop.
Mi burrito es tan bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco bueno bueno, it stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister, now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
All right, we are back. Axel Ignite, good morning. Promethean Kitchen. I saw you there a second ago. Let's see. Did you guys hear about the story about that ICE agent that shot the old woman? A lot of people are furious about that. Let me ask you, Promethean, are you talking about the woman who was shot yesterday in her car? She was probably 38. Unless you're talking about another shooting, it would totally not surprise me had there been another shooting. Yesterday, yeah, I've heard about it, and it's up. Everybody's up in arms all over the country.
Yeah, Renee Good. Renee.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw her picture. I saw the video. The disgusting, and the way that Trump's twisting it, and his, cronies, sycophants are twisting it. Sorry, guys, I just ran up here. When this gets wet, if this gets wet, you can't open it. It's just, it just, you can't. And I was down there trying to open, and because I have lotion on my hands, so I'm trying to dry my hands off, washed my hands again so I could get a grip anyway. So I ran up here. But yeah, it's actually disgusting. And per DHS, they're not supposed to obstruct vehicles. They're not supposed to pull out. Like, they basically did not follow their protocol. So it's on them.
Did you see that misinterpretations is in the chat? Well, hello. It's been a while. Where have you been? We were alone and scared. We were like hugging in the dark, and we were like, "Where's misinterpretations? We haven't seen her."
You didn't like this anymore.
I hope everything is going fantastic in your world. We're actually a call-in show now. sort of. We're trying it out. We're checking to see how it works. So far, it's been a fun experience. So far. I've watched a little bit of the calls that other people get on their call-in shows, and it can be contentious. I'm figuring that's going to happen soon, so we'll see. Misinterpretation says she's been having to work in the mornings. These excuses, these are just excuses. Rainbow Ash, look at Rainbow Ash out there working, slaving, driving, doing whatever Rainbow Ash, and always listen, always there.
Just saying. If you wanted to, you would.
I know. I don't think she loves us like she used to.
Just kidding. I'm glad that everything's going all right.
We're hoping everything's going great for you. And it's good to have you any chance we can get you. I actually got to hug Misinterpretations in person.
Oh.
I know, an in-person hug.
It was me. Fancy you.
Amy Nicole Cervantes is here. Sir Equinox, a person is never too old to learn. That's true. Just depends, you're never too old to learn. You can get old to benefit from that learning,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope to always be learning as I grow
now than I ever did as a kid, but I couldn't play football now. My opportunity has passed. That knowledge is there now. Now I'm sitting here learning all this stuff about computers and things, and doing all this stuff. And I'm wondering how much of it am I going to use? How much of it's a waste of time? I don't know, but I'm having fun doing it. It's making the show better.
Yeah. More betterer.
Most goodest, probably. I want to say we do now have 17 votes. 17 of you people have, not counting the original 5 who posted. So the movie of the week, my friends, if you want to get your vote in for next week, the link is above, in the chat above. You can go over there, vote for the movie of the week. The options are Event Horizon, Lost in Space, Children of Men. I don't really know what that one's about. I'd have to look it up. I'm not really sure. The Last Starfighter, and another one I have no idea about is Poor Things. I'd have to look that one up too. Some of these times, though, the best part is just not knowing anything about them. Going into it.
Yeah, kind of going in blind. Yep.
Yeah.
Agree.
Let's see. She still had decades of Tupperware parties, grandchildren, and love ahead of her to give and receive. That's right. That may be possible. That may be true. She did have, if we're talking about Miss Good, yeah, she had.
Yeah.
And there's another thing.
Her daughter's orphan now because her dad had already passed.
Yeah. And Miss Good's wife was in the passenger seat when this happened. Imagine to see your spouse shot in the head like that. Just.
Oh, I didn't know that. Her.
Yeah.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah. So.
And the thing is I know that they intentionally, like when there's a bunch of those ICE or police or whatever surrounding people, that they'll intentionally all start calling out different orders to confuse people. Get on the ground, put your hands up. No, get on your knees, get out of the car, pull your keys out, show your hand, like all at the same time. And who knows what somebody could have been shouting, get out of the way, get out of here. Just don't. It's unfortunate, but we know that this is just all part of the plan. The spin is all part of the narrative that this was a terrorist. I mean, calling that woman a terrorist.
I know, right? And saying she was trying to run an officer over. What shame these people. They have no shame. Zero
She's
shame.
probably terrified.
Yeah, and she was trying to get away. Well, I would guess because she was there, if she was there protesting, she was probably just like, screw you guys, and just getting out of their way until the guy started coming up and trying to open her door. And that's when she got, obviously for good reasons, scared. I've seen the video several times from a couple of angles, and there's no justification for what they did. None at all, whatsoever.
No.
It's just...
They cause violence. And what's so crazy too, Chris, is just today's the 8th. So just the 6th, there's this whole big thing now put on the White House website about Ashley Babbitt and kind of making her a saint practically. and how everybody's been talking about her. So on one hand, they recognize that they're saying that the police instigated this. This was all the police fault because they're violent. So they think on one hand that police do instigate violence when it comes to protests, but that was actually a riot. So completely different.
Right.
Because violence was warranted. The police had to protect themselves. But in cases like this, where we know that they're trying to cause people to incite themselves to violence or what have you, just so they can implement their brutality and arrest them, take away their rights, etc. So I just find that so ironic that you don't trust the government on this hand, but then do on the other hand because it suits you. It just reminds me of like that pick and choose when it comes to Christians. And not Adrian, but no, I'm just sorry. That's going to be like the new joke. It's like, we're not talking about you, Adrian. But, it's just that typical like cherry picking what suits them at the time. Like the fact that the White House is blaming the police in this instance for Ashley. Is it Babbitt? Am I saying her name right?
They actually awarded her family $5 million. Just after Trump got into office, they gave her family $5 million.
How did I not know this?
Je ne sais pas. Let me look that up because I just may make shit up. Family.
I mean, that freaking would track. I mean, that's
Ashley Babbitt's family received nearly $5 million settlement from the Trump administration in a wrongful death lawsuit over her death during the January 6th thing.
But will this woman will good be wrongful death? No, she's a terrorist.
No, right, exactly.
Babbitt is innocent.
Right. Well, the nerve, the sheer nerve of these people to claim that it was the police, to go off and say it's the police. The police, the Capitol Police are the ones who instigated this. They have no shame. I don't know why. Again, I can't see why any of them are still in there. There are no good people in our country that can stop them. If there were, they would have stopped them. At this point, I'm starting to begin to believe that it's going to take an outside source to stop these people. We talked about yesterday about Ryan said that we're outnumbered. We have them outnumbered. I mentioned later that they have us outgunned.
How many guns do we have in this country? I'm just curious because it is kind of insane. And actually, Chris, even if you were wrong, let's say you were wrong. Let's say that we the citizens were. I want to go down there with you.
Please,
let's pretend that we outnumber them.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that we have so many far righters that I feel are so, and I know there's lots of Democrats who are gunner. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's even split, but I just feel like there's so many far righters who are, got like the hundreds of guns in their cabinets that kind of make a bunch of us who, maybe just got one look really silly.
Yeah.
So even if that's the case, even if we are outgunning them, I know that guy over there is probably happy to go support the government when they're coming in. He's going to be the one knocking on the door saying if he can help beforehand,
Right.
So
turning you in, being that sort of thing.
Right. He would be the one he would be the turn. Exactly. Stabbing you right in the back.
Yeah. Well, one of the things is we do have, if we could go back to our original statement, we do have them outnumbered. And then I said they have us outgunned. And then we could argue about how many guns the American people do own. That's a very large number. That is a significant number. The problem, though, is that the American people don't own any tanks. We don't own any helicopters. We don't have any Black Hawks. We don't. So if any time the American people march in numbers against the government, we're just toast. We have no way of marching because they have all these weapons they can pull out. Will they?
Bulletproof cop cars nowadays.
Well, they have military drones. I have no reason why they wouldn't hit us. And thus American people wouldn't even have the ability at the beginning of it, especially to fight that. Anybody out there have a drone jammer? We would be just defenseless against. So there's a lot more of us, and we do have a lot of guns, just their guns are bigger. Their problem's that they're stupid. And they really do a lot of stupid things. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Right-wing people's guns Okay, I'm going to say this slow so everybody gets it. Right-wing people's guns kill more of their own children than they do liberals, lefties, colored people.
And that's probably
I'm probably not wrong. It'd be hard to quantify that, but we sure know the number of children killed in this country is significant by gun owners. Trina says if I ever win the lottery, I'm buying a tank. Yeah,
I've seen stories of like a little kid, just like it wasn't even hidden, like sitting in the back seat of a car. I think one might have even accidentally shot its own parent because it just picked it up and it was there and the safety wasn't on, and it's
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a woman in Texas, or was it Alabama, somewhere south, and she was a big proponent for guns and all this other business, very popular, and her, I think, 4-year-old son in the back seat got a hold of her pistol out of her purse and shot her in the back while they were driving down the road, and she died.
Maybe that's even the one I'm thinking about.
That may be the one you're thinking. And it's interesting. I see this meme. I don't know how accurate it is on one point, but it says that these two people created Turning Point. This one guy and Charlie Kirk. And this one guy was anti-COVID and Charlie Kirk was pro-gun. So he was he was a COVID conspiracy person. And of course, Charlie Kirk was pro-gun. The other guy died from COVID. And we know how Charlie Kirk died. So there is maybe some symmetry in the universe somehow.
Oof.
I don't know.
Damn. Karma.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things I've heard people say that he wasn't racist, if we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk. But, I mean, how many times can you... I mean, so many times he would say that thing about if he saw a black person was a pilot of a plane, he would be worried. That alone, like we've talked about, my thinking is if a pilot, they had to work that much harder. His notion is that the system gave him such an easy path. My thinking is that the white man, the tall, white, handsome man, remember we talked about this, had more of an easy path. I'd be more worried if it was a tall, white, handsome man like me than if it were a person of color, because the person of color's really had to work to get there.
Right. Like, did he work as hard? Was his dad in on the board of the school? You're just, it makes one wonder. Like, if you're really going to start to wonder about people, that would be the person that you'd wonder. These people have not watched Charlie Kirk. These are not Charlie Kirk fans. I mean, yeah, there's a good bit, sure. But I feel a bunch of these have just found the newest thing to feel victimized about. They found a new martyr to champion and get behind, and they know nothing about some of the stuff this man said. Now, I get it. There's those who will hear the things he said and agree that that's not racist. That's just being smart because of DEI, because of affirmative action. And again, that's just misinformation. That is because they are not educated about what those systems are meant for. They don't get the systemic racism that inherently makes it difficult for certain people to get jobs, sometimes just based on something simple as a name. Their name don't sound European enough.
That's right. They could be looking for a job, and just because their name is Jamal, they don't even have to look. They don't have to see a picture of them. They don't have to do nothing. They just presume that's a person of color. And then, of course, if they could just somehow remove all of that identifying information and just go by people's qualifications, that would be
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
And you know what's even harder too, Chris, is sometimes like with a lot of these places when you're applying, it's like you don't even get to talk to a person until like you go through like a system, and then you might have an opportunity to be picked and hear a person's voice, but sometimes you don't even get that, because sometimes just a smile, the way you present yourself can really open the door. You don't even get the benefit of that.
Yes.
He's I don't care what people say, he's racist AF. And maybe he did have integrity. Maybe he really thought he was telling the truth. But I think he was too smart. He seemed pretty smart. He did a lot of gish galloping when he would
Debate the
have these
kids.
discussions with people, that, oh, the way he just presented a new way for people to have conversation. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He would try to tie people in knots and hedge with the stuff that he was saying. He was terrible. He was
Yes.
absolutely terrible. Y'all don't know anything about debating, and I know nothing about debating, but that guy was not good.
Yeah. Well, he was, of course, part of the deal. There were times whenever he would come across some people who knew their shit and were able to debate, and he avoided those people
Yeah.
like the plague.
He absolutely avoided them. Yes.
Yeah. I think it's Dean Withers.
Going to college campuses, and I'm not saying that, because there's a lot of college kids who are way smarter than me, but there's a lot of innocent young kids, and especially in some of those areas where it's all Mormons or highly religious
Right.
groups, like they just flock to this message. I mean,
Yes.
anything that gives them some kind of step up over other people because of their their sex, or the color of their skin, or where they're from, if they're immigrant, what have you. Yeah. That's weird. That's very strange that's who we always focused on.
They're very big on the otherism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're the in crowd. They're part of the in crowd. Other people are bad. That's one of the things. It's just,
And they do a lot of that evil too. Like it's like when it's the us against them, but the them, it's not just them. Like, we might talk about us and them or what, but they're evil. Like they're actually worthy of death, kind of them. Like they talk a good game about, like, we're humans, and how dare, like Nicki Minaj and Erica Kerr were talking about, like, these are humans and they have hearts, and you shouldn't say these things, yada yada, and then go on to talk crap about trans kids. Get the F out of here. Are humans or are they not? Can you please, like, choose that lane and then stick with it? Because we can read you. We read you, but we're the them. So we're evil. So what we say doesn't matter to the in crowd. Boy, that
They
was a
absolutely
tangent. Sorry.
lack empathy completely. Here's something. A lot of them believe that trans people have a mental issue. Do they not?
Yes.
That's half their singing. If you think somebody is sick and they have a problem, why are you slinging hate at them? Why don't you extend your Christian values and show those people love and concern? They don't. They condemn them. They humiliate them. They ostracize them. They do all of these things to people who they allegedly, by their own thinking, claim have problems in their head. Claim that these people are not really in control of their own faculties, and that and yet they will also go and vilify them.
Yep, exactly. They still will not refuse to see, and if refuse to see the human in them. And it's like, okay, so if you think that Mother Teresa was such a badass and such a good person, like, did she not, like, be hugging the needy and, allegedly, right? Like, so she says. So they say. Then why are you not doing the same thing? Why are you not trying to love people and bring them in? But you're not, because you really,
that's right.
You just don't care. You just enjoy finding somebody to step on because it makes you feel better about yourself. You don't have to reflect and think about how bad you are as a person and judge yourself when you can just easily judge, like, somebody else.
And that's Mother Teresa is a fantastic example of something I've been talking about. Christians like to put on this veneer, this shine, that they're good, nice people, and that they're goodly and nice. Now, Mother Teresa, she's Mother Teresa. She's goodly and nice. But if you know the truth about Mother Teresa, she was fucking horrific. She enjoyed watching people suffer to death. But whenever it was her turn to suffer, she went to American hospitals and got the best care she could get. This is the kind of woman, then, of course, if you've been watching my show, you know how I feel about her talking about not to use condoms when AIDS was just running through Africa. Okay, so we know on the outside, there's this veneer of nicety and love. On the inside, though, it's horrific. Now, the Christians that follow them reflect that. They claim to be goodly, but on the inside, they're essentially Mother Teresa's, or they got this other thing, or they're this other thing. I'm going to, for the bottom of the hour commercial here, I'm going to run the postmortem baptismal kit. And a lot of people don't know that, Mother Teresa had billions of dollars, but people starved or went without pain medication, or without, they didn't actually have to die. They could have been actually healed. But she had these just death homes, and people just don't know about it.
They'd reuse, like they would reuse bandages and ish when they didn't have to do that. Like that was, it was like intentional cruelty to make them suffer worse, so she could look like she was really doing something.
Well, in order to purify Christ's soul to get him into heaven, he had to suffer. And so, in her twisted thinking, the more you suffer, the more likely you'll get into heaven. And I think that's, first of all, that's a ridiculous idea of a person's God. Your God is fucking horrific if that's how it works, where you literally have to suffer.
So what? So Satan is the good guy here? If Satan's making us suffer, then I feel like this is all just one big suffering thing. So we should be like forgiven and getting in, like no biggie.
You'd think, well, Satan's all about, like having sex and having fun and doing what you want to without doing it in the eyes of the Lord. That's really the problem, right? You can do whatever you want to, just don't. But Satan's all about that. But Satan in the Bible, or we're throwing around the word Satan here. We know what we're talking about. That those people think about Satan. The Satan, common vernacular, never does anything in the Bible to hurt anybody. Never misleads anyone. Matter of fact, he brought knowledge to Adam and Eve. Without that, they'd still be mind slaves in the Garden of Eden. Mind and body slaves. Yeah. Walking around naked because God loves you to walk around naked for some reason. Speaking of naked, did you know Dr. Ben was in the chat? Dr. Ben.
Are you naked, Dr. Ben?
How are you doing today, Dr. Ben? I hope you're doing great. I saw you in there chatting. I hope everything's going fantastical in your world, your brave new world. Things are changing for you. Grumpy Librarian says, Christ, Chris, fundies think mental illness is either a demon or just not being right with God. So yeah, some of them could think that. I have no doubt. Even some liberal Christians assume Jesus gets rid of mental illness, so just pray harder. Well, there was the story, right, of a mentally ill person, or we would diagnose them or read them today as mentally ill, but Jesus cast the spirits. They were demons that had infested this person, and Jesus cast the spirits out into pigs and then sent the pigs into the river to die. Or did I just make that up? That sounds like a really shitty thing. Doesn't it sound like a really shitty thing? If you're a pig, fuck me, right? Fuck me, I'm a pig. Fuck me.
The whole story is it don't even make no damn kind of sense.
It really don't.
If the spirits, so the spirits were like, please, like, don't kill us or whatever, allegedly.
Right.
So he sends them into the pigs. Well, so now you're in the pig. Don't you have control of the pig? So why would you go jump into the water? Why wouldn't you just go find somebody else, like, to go this? Yeah.
I'm
just saying it. I didn't get it at all. I'm like, okay, that sounds about right, what they would believe back then. That tracks.
You know what we could do, though? Me and a few guys, we could go around and do some really bad shit. And then when we get caught, we could claim that we were possessed by demons and that one of the group had just expelled those demons into pigs and we were all healed. And that's the story we will tell.
Oh, and also, FYI, the fact that, like, pigs were there, I feel like that should also tell people something.
What should it tell them?
I'm just saying, like, if there's pigs all about the region, it's not as abiding by Jewish law as they say, is it?
That's true. What are they doing there?
Just saying.
Yeah.
It was not what people think it is. Not what people claim it to be. It's so, like, ahistorical, and the details are there in the Bible, but people just overlook it because they have those Christian glasses on. It's funny.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna do the post-mortem baptismal kit for those of you who enjoy Mother Teresa. 3 minutes. We'll be back in 3 minutes, mon ami. May-ami. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl Sagan, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No! Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved. Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better. And that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Pale Horse, good morning, says, my wife is still a believer. This commercial hits like my wife would do this to me. Yeah, it hits because your wife would do that to you. Yeah, I get it. She doesn't want to suffer in heaven alone.
She just wants to be with you forever and ever.
And ever. Mother Teresa approved indeed, because not only did Mother Teresa do the things we spoke about earlier, but she also did have a tendency to, upon occasion, baptize people post-mortem.
Oh, did she do that as well?
Oh, yeah.
Ew. When did she die? Was it in the 80s or 90s?
I think it was late 80s, wasn't it?
Was it?
Let's go.
Okay.
Mother Teresa. It's funny, Mother Jones and Mother Teresa are what come up whenever you type mother.
When you type
those
mother?
are completely very different things. She died in 1997 in Calcutta.
Oh, wait, what?
Died in 97, yeah.
Oh,
She lived
goddamn, we were a
long
little
time.
off.
She was 87 years old when she died. I mean,
Little bit. She lived a
yeah.
long, good life
did a lot
while
of
she's
harm.
responsible for the death of
Millions.
how many? Millions.
Millions. yeah,
Millions.
yeah. I mean, really, when you stop and think about it, people today are living with or dying of AIDS who would not have that disease had her and Pope John Paul not come out against condoms during the AIDS epidemic. I mean, the Catholic
Exactly.
Church cannot apologize enough for that one. And I don't think they even try, really, to be fair. I don't
No.
know if y'all can hear Ollie
And
crying in the back. There's food in the other room.
oh, is he crying? Oh, he wants yum yums.
Yeah. It's on the counter up
smell
top,
it,
and he's just got this nose. He just, yeah.
Just follow my nose.
But yeah, Mother Teresa, that was kind of one of her bags. Really, for me, what gets me is like the reused bandages, the reused needles, the reused this, the reused that. I mean,
You didn't have to.
you didn't have to. She had millions of
That was a
dollars.
choice.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a choice. And I don't understand how those around her also allowed that to happen, because I feel like you're just as much to blame if you were witnessing and didn't say something.
Yeah.
And back then, honestly, I feel like the way that news was set up, if you could get yourself in front of like a, journalist or something to hear your story, you would have been in like Flynn to get that on and popping probably.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Have you ever seen I want to call it an expose done on Mother Teresa by Christopher Hitchens?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing a lot of the today. No, actually, I don't think I have.
It is good. It's only I think it's about 15 minutes. If you watch it, you will be even more disgusted than you are now.
I'll put that on my
I know I'm
list.
forgetting things. And they actually show footage. They show videos of what it's like inside. Now, here's part of the thing that kind of happened. This was back in the day, right? A long time ago. Technology wasn't all that good. The people who originally went into Mother Teresa's homes, they were running like this new Kodak camera, quality camera with this colored film stuff that really looked. So when they went in there and they looked back, it looked really cool. Like there were halos around people and they were glowing. And so there was this
ethereal kind of feel to
weirdness that came out about it because of that. And that was part of what started some of her, or helped along some of her stuff, was literally the introduction of a new Kodak film.
Oh gosh,
I know that they were going through. Hell's Bells is here. Good morning, Joe Dirt. Good morning, Joe Dirt. I think Penn and Teller also exposed Mother Teresa. Yeah, I like Penn and Teller. I used to whenever they did their thing. I don't know what they do now. They've got a very good Penn and Teller on the Bible. If you ever check that out, that's good stuff too.
I bet.
Yeah. Let us see. Let me check back to our poll. I really do have a poll. I don't think we've checked it all day long. Outside of the one I got, again, people have to go vote. We've got 20 responses now for the movie of the week next week. So you guys got to go vote. The link is up in the chat. Go vote for what movie we watch next week. Let me find my poll, the other poll, my big poll.
Hey-o, show me.
Hey-o. Yuck. Get Mother Teresa. That's a jump scare. Get that off of there. Let's
evil.
Go here. I know, right? Talk about evil. People who, whenever you hurt so many people in the name of your God, that's just evil.
Should be embarrassed, man. I would be so embarrassed of that lady if I was Catholic.
She's evil. Yeah. Okay, the question of the day. Ooh, let me go here. In your experience, have you seen Christians hide their hate? In your experience, have you seen Christians hide their hate or judgment behind words of love? Yes or no? So far, we have 18 votes. Let's see, the love of the sinner. I think I screwed this one up. I was working on two different polls. The love of the sinner, shield used for personal prejudice. So essentially saying the love of the sinner, love the sin, or hate the sin, love the sinner. And so because I hate the sin, I love the sinner, because I now, it's almost immediately after they say that, then they're going to say something ugly about the person.
It's
right.
Coming.
That's why we do the love the theist, hate the religion, or love the believer, hate the,
Yeah.
44% have come out and their thing is praying for you, used as a condescension weapon. We've kind of talked about that before, how on my show, or on the show, I've mentioned that if they say they're praying for me, knowing I don't want them to, that's an insult to their God. And it's they're shitting on the communication line they have to their God by using it to reach out and insult me with it. There's a covenant that they're supposed to have with their God, and they're not using that. They're using it to try to insult an atheist, and I don't think that's.
Ooh,
I like pointing that out.
Yeah, God might not like that. He might get a little pissed off.
He doesn't tend to be one who's very forgiving. Just saying, if you've read the OT, you'd know. Number 20, let's see, number 3, 22% of the people said using biblical truth to avoid accountability for cruelty. We could tie a good portion of the African slave trade here in the colonial U.S. to biblical truth. They used biblical truth to essentially encourage slaves to not resist being slaves because that's the way God wanted it, essentially.
Yep.
So yeah,
Gave them special Bibles that basically removed anything that had freedom or rebellion.
Mhm.
You know, it was just all like the slave kind of verses and obeying master type stuff.
Yes, absolutely, and indeed. Bear Thelmas is talking to Kelly Laughlin, the Rothschilds, the Red Shields, roots of the KKK. Yeah, there's a lot.
Rothschilds. There's a lot there, man.
There's a lot
Erica
of
Kirk has
weeds.
family that's like, yeah, she's from like the Rothsteins, but the Rothsteins and the Rothschilds are related, like when you go back.
Oh, way back. Yeah, yeah. And of course, anybody, I don't think it escaped anybody that her name has 3 Ks in it.
Erica.
Right. I'm going to take I've got my dog. Give me just a minute. I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll come back for like 10 minutes. We'll wrap up the show. Let me do this thing. And what was it we wanted to do earlier? That I didn't do for people. We did.
I already forgot what you said. Sorry.
Did we already do the Pharaoh's Curse?
We did the Pharaoh's Curse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's just do.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll just kind of let him whine for just a few more minutes, and then I'll wrap up the show with the Holy Halos. It's 4 minutes, and we'll let him do it. Erica Kirk. The 3 Ks. Yeah, I probably mentioned. Yes. The whole I'll pray for you. That's one of the ones that really, again, you've heard my thoughts on that. And
thoughts and prayers.
I'll certainly point that one out to them every freaking time. Of course, a lot of people don't know it, and they mean it genuinely from the heart. They're worried about our soul, and they mean they want, but then after I tell you I don't want it, that's when you need to respect that. And Christians really, not all Christians, Adrian, looking at you, Christians really have a thing, the consent bothers them a lot. Can you hear him in there? No?
I can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's, I think he's starving.
He's just out there steady whining.
He is. It's rough. He's just, you know, and what happens is I go out there and I'll make myself a little pizza and I'll put some extra cheese on there and then I give a little bit to the dogs. And now the pizza is sitting in there waiting for its extra cheese. And I'm not giving it to him. And so he knows oh man, that's just the life of being a dog.
It's the cheese tax. You have to pay the cheese tax. I always have to pay the cheese tax.
You must. I mean,
you have to. Yeah.
Where would we be? I think they would eat us.
So all those like thoughts and prayers, and I'll pray for you and leave it in God's hands. Like that's all just like the JWs are really good at that. And it's just spiritual bypassing. And it's just a way for them to avoid the truth. Like they don't want to address the truth. No, you're just a hateful person because you don't like somebody for something so silly. It's all just it's just a facade. Their love is an illusion.
Very true. Sorry, that trash truck going by. I tried to mute it there for a second. Yeah, one of the things, have you heard? Sorry.
They're so excited.
They like to soften their language. The language they use of hate. Now we've talked about how they put off this veneer of good, but then underneath there's hate. I've mentioned this on the show. I don't know if you've heard this or not. Do you remember? You're old enough to remember. Do you remember when they used to burn crosses in people's yards? The KKK. Yeah.
I mean, I remember hearing about it.
Yeah. So they called them cross burnings. Yeah. I think technically you and I are probably a little young for this. Is probably something that happened more in the 60s, but they called them cross burnings. It's called a cross lighting now. And you see how they soften the language? It's a cross lighting, and we gather around the cross and they pray and they burn the cross. What the actual is wrong with these people? All right, so we got a few minutes. I'm going to read our super chats, and then after I'm done reading our super chats, we can I'll do the holy halos, and then I will we'll do the thing, and I'll wrap up the show. Let's see here. We're very grateful to all of you people for the super chats. Welcome to the channel supporter, the mighty Filbert. Rainbow Ash for $2. Thank you. Says this is the best morning show on the internet. I agree. Just not enough people know about it. Share, my friends. Share. Amy Nicole Cervantes threw $2 and some heart stickers at us. Thank you, Amy Nicole Cervantes. Thank you very much for that. Kelly Laughlin threw $5 at us, said to help pay for the phone line. We appreciate that. I don't know how many rocks you got to sell for that $5, but I appreciate it. I know work goes into that. That's some rocks, hard rocks. Thank you, Kelly.
Lots of rocks.
Geo Sam for $5 said, I'm down with what you're putting out. Here's to reason, critical thinking, and a universe that doesn't require divine supervision. Wowzers. I mean, if this is its idea of supervision, it's failing fucking hard. I'm just saying. One of my biggest arguments is, God, how powerless can God be if the most vulnerable of our population cannot be protected in his own house from the most vile of our population?
Sheesh, right?
If he can't stop that, what fucking good is he? And he's going to save you from the cooties. He's going to keep you from getting COVID. That's just fucking people.
Sure.
Kelly Scherer, thank you, Kelly, for the $5, says it's not easy being green. And how about those Epstein files? Oh, yes, I think we missed this one during the show. I don't remember.
Oh, I did comment to it, but maybe we didn't say it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kelly.
Sorry, Kelly. Well, we got you now. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. 1,000 apologies for missing it. And then the mighty Philbert said $5. Can I make a suggestion for one of your movie reviews? The 1980s version of Flash Gordon, Queen, did the soundtrack. Super fun. I really enjoy the movie, the actor. I would watch that. The mighty Philbert. That's a fantastic. Now, really, we actually have a new polling system. I don't know if you know about this. We have a way for you to vote on what movies we're going to review for Sci-Fi Saturday. On Tuesday morning, that polling system resets. The first 5 people who go and to that website will get the opportunity to vote for the movie that they want. So technically, if you're one of the first 5 to get there, Filbert, on Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. Eastern, it's actually 9 a.m. because it does it right when the show starts is when it resets. So right when it shows, so just as the show starts Tuesday morning is when it resets, and the first 5 people get to determine which movies we'll vote on for the next following thing. Now, at this point, right now, let me go. I want to thank you for the super chats. So I appreciate that. And that's such a good suggestion. I may slip it in there.
Add it.
Well, hey, you may not remember this, but the blonde guy who played Flash Gordon was also in Stargate. He was the one who they went and argued. I can't remember his name. He was a great character. He's the one who's like, choiceless, you're choiceless. And that's where I get the expression choiceless. If you saw it,
I feel like I remember you telling me, but I can't remember right now.
Yeah. That's a good stuff. So far we have 21 responses to our movie poll. Look up here. You'll see a link up there to our next week's movie poll if you'd like to go vote. 21 responses. That's pathetic, people. Pathetic.
You can do better. We have to shame them.
You can do better. Yes. There's so many of you. Go vote in the next week's. Now, really, right now, the options are Event Horizon, which is a good movie. I would actually probably watch it again if it was. I wouldn't have to. Like I said, we recently watched it. But Lost in Space, I really enjoy that as a movie. I don't like the last few minutes of it. I think the casting did a real shit job for certain things. If we watch that, I'll talk about it. Children of Men, I think somebody said it's a Clive Owens movie about the people not being able to get pregnant. I think I've seen a trailer for it, and there's a woman who is pregnant, and they're like surprised that she's pregnant because women have, so that may be that one. And then The Last Starfighter, if you're a kid of the 80s or 90s, oh my goodness, The Last Starfighter was a thing for me. I was 12 years old when it came out. Yeah. So I would watch that one again. I watched it not long back with The Evil One. For me, the old shitty graphics were no problem. For her, 1984 was a problem.
It was a little harder.
It was a little hard. Just get past that. Just know it's 1984. 2 years before the first Star Trek The Next Generation episode dropped.
Wow.
Poor Things is the 5th one on the choice. Poor Things from 2023. I have not seen that one. I don't know anything about it. I'd have to look it up. So if you get the chance, go vote. We have 22 responses, my friends. And now, Ryan, thank you for joining me again today. Tomorrow is Sci-Fi Friday. I'm going to run our Holy Halos commercial. I'll be back in just a minute. Ryan, See you tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for the call, Adrian, and stay tuned for Ember up next. See you tomorrow. Bye.
See you tomorrow. And again, we're going to do this Holy Halos, and then after the Holy Halos will be the end music stream. And then as soon as that's over, it's going to go automatically pipe you over to Ember's stream. So go to the bathroom, have a cigarette, do whatever you got to do, and get ready for some Ember here in just a minute. It's even better than Ember. Next up in the bark bank, a clergyman with a holy hustle and maybe a few unholy loopholes.
Hi, Barks. Blessings and belly rubs to you all. I'm Father Flanagan, and today I'm here seeking $50,000 for 3% of my soul-saving startup, Holy Halos, the world's first, soon-to-be, church-approved condoms. Following the ways of the Lord can be hard and often require sacrifices of the flesh. Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Holy Halo condoms.
Hold on, Father. The church very much doesn't like condoms. How do you expect to sell these?
Well, you're right, but these aren't just any condoms. No, my furry financiers, these are permeable. But every single halo has been dipped in holy water, a divine divider between you and sin. You can finally frolic freely and still keep that sweet spot in heaven. Permeable, but dipped in holy water to keep the sin out, but let the babies in.
Let you get your stick wet without getting your stick stuck.
If you know what I mean.
Oh my! Very embarrassing every time.
So basically they don't work as condoms, but they let you get away with having sex without going to hell?
Exactly. The church gets to keep making babies, but you don't have to keep going to confession. Think of it. No more guilt. No more awkward "I'm saving myself for marriage" speeches. With Holy Halos, you can take those pray hands and turn them into lay hands.
Didn't I read that holy water is full of bacteria like E. coli? Won't this be harmful to women's health?
The words are English, but I don't understand the question.
How are you addressing the issue holy water presents for women's health?
Again, I'm not understanding.
She does that. Well, we don't get it either.
Is that mesh from a window screen?
Ah, that's a keen eye you have there, young lass. Yes, yes. Another fine selling point, rough on the outside to increase her shame, as it should be, but soft and smooth on the inside, internally lubed and ribbed for his pleasure. We even have custom scents.
Scents? Now you have my attention. What flavors we talking? Don't pitch me that vanilla missionary nonsense, Padre.
Well, we do have virgin vanilla, but we also have miracle mint and cooing camel, and my personal favorite, sweat of the Savior.
And the Vatican, they've blessed this endeavor?
Well, not exactly. I'm still waiting on the papal decree one way or the other.
I love it, but you're asking 50 grand for only 3%. That's rough, Father, real rough.
Not running with the big dogs on this one. I'm gonna stay on the porch.
Me too. Good luck, Father. 15%.
Ouch, 15%, that's highway robbery even for the church.
Come on, Father, we're dogs. We know a bone when we see one. 10%, and we'll even bless your branding.
Look, meet me in the middle, 7%, and I'll baptize all your puppies.
7% works for me. Father Flanagan, it looks like
Wait a second, our producers say we have a special call-in bidder. Let's get him up on the screen. Folks, we have the guardian of the sacred fire hydrant himself.
Oh no.
Defender of the holy tennis ball and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poops a Lot the Fifth.
Flanagan!
Yes, your portrait.
50,000 at 20%.
20%?
And you get to keep calling yourself a father.
Sold to the pup in the very fine hat.
I knew you'd see it my way.
You're very wise, your hiney. Would there be anything else?
You may leave.
Father Flanagan's line of holy halos, ultra thin, spiritually thick. Available in 3 sizes: conservative, medium, and liberal. All right, my friends, have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow for Sci-Fi Friday. Sin safely. Take care.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame.
Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booths, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink, light the gold candle, don't even think.